and so much more. But first, let's head to the newsroom.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
All the news that you'd ever want to know about drones. Please welcome Jeff Sills. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
Howdy.
What you got, buddy?
All of it. Yeah, I've got all of it. First of all, I am going to let you know something, Ken. When Dana speaks, it goes right over every bit of audio that you got going. So he's taking over the audio, just a heads up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, whenever
Dana.
he would speak, it would go right over the music. But anyway.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. If it's doing that, then there's something wrong.
But it might have just been on my side. So that's the reason why I wanted to
point
it out.
I think it's on your side.
I didn't.
Okay. So we'll start with the current news. Everybody has been watching in the news. Hurricane Michael came through with a ton of force and has really decimated a lot of areas in the Florida Panhandle.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
We are starting to see video come from these areas. There are multiple drone videos that are being released, but these places have just been flattened.
Wow! Look at that. That's a high school, I guess.
Yeah.
Man, and it's so random with a hurricane. You never know how winds are going to go around buildings and things. And, one building is fine, then the building right next door is all destroyed. And, gosh, look at that.
Heartbreaking, man.
I've been through 2 hurricanes, and I've always been really surprised in our area. You'll have 5 houses that are fine, and one random house down the street, the roof blows off. It just doesn't make any sense.
Wow. And
So much destruction, man.
If you live in that area and you do want to get the footage with your drone, just remember to give emergency services the priority. Let them do their job. Don't get in their face.
That, and also be very careful and start checking to see if the FAA puts up any no-fly areas. They'll probably start doing that really soon.
Right.
So, all right. So switching roles, we're gonna go to a story about intelligent drones. Swarms of artificially intelligent drones are starting to show up on stages for various acts, such as Drake, Cirque du Soleil, Metallica is using them. Most of the ones that are being used commercially are made by Verity Studios.
These are so cool, man. I have not seen a cluster drone show, whether it be fireworks, replacement, or in a show, but I really do. I'm curious to see how loud they are. Certainly in a music venue, the music will be louder than any hum you'll get from a drone, but
Oh, yeah.
the choreography with these, it's just astonishing.
Look at that.
Yeah, and the limitation right now is that they fly primarily over the stage around the people that are doing the show, but there is word that they're getting certification to be able to fly out over the audience in the future.
Wow, it almost makes me want to go to a Drake show, but not really. I wanted to let this play. There's a little shot at the end with these lamps. This is really cool. Have you seen this? Look at this. Look at that.
Oh,
Just
you just
amazing.
think about it, man. That opens up so many avenues for, the more powerful drone can carry, who knows what they could attach to it and make it look, carry around and stuff
So
like that. It
many possibilities for drones.
just opens it up, man.
Yep.
Okay, so moving on, we had recently a kidnapped assault victim called the police, identifying that she had been assaulted, and the person that had assaulted her was still with her. This was in Lincolnshire in England, and the police department put up a drone and used a thermal camera on the drone to find out where she was so that they could make sure that she was safe and arrest the gentleman that was with her.
Wow. So they found out her location through the thermal drone.
Yeah, and this is the video from the thermal drone where they were essentially filming and were able to locate her and safely get her away from her attacker.
Any word on what kind of drone that was?
No, there isn't any indication in any of the articles that I found out so far, but knowing the police departments over in the UK, it's probably going to be one of the DJI, maybe the M100s. You know, they have the thermal imaging. So,
Yeah, that's really cool, man.
And the next one that we have is for the military. The Nano Drone is, I guess, the new James Bond tool for the military. It's called the Black Hornet 3. We've talked about this before, but the interesting thing is that the military now is upgrading that particular system to be part of a launch system that can be mounted on any of the various vehicles that the military uses. So you'll start seeing these Black Hornet Nano Drones put on tanks, put on Humvees, you name it.
Oh yeah, that's a big advantage, man. Big advantage.
Yeah, it weighs 33 grams, and it has a lot of really amazing features inside of it. It can fly 1.2 miles, and it's kind of slow though. It only goes about 13 miles an hour.
Well, it also has a 25-minute flight time, it looked like, with all that technology on board.
Yeah. It's a very impressive drone, and it's a helicopter type drone.
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
Look at this thing. Look, that's how big it is. You thought it was bigger,
my
didn't you?
Goodness. Yeah, I thought it was bigger.
Yeah, it's teeny
no.
tiny. Yeah, that thing's awesome. Now, can the enemy shoot one down and then reverse engineer it?
If they would be able to find something that small, I guess, but I mean, it's such a tiny little thing.
Man,
and of
you
course,
shoot that, you're going to destroy it.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah, it's a reconnaissance thing. They're going to fly it off to look around corners or see over the tops of buildings and then fly it back.
Speaking of FLIR, and you saw that was a FLIR product, I have to share
yeah.
something with you guys real quick. I got the new FLIR 1. This is the third generation. I had the first generation, but this is the third generation of the FLIR that you put on your smartphone. You just put that on the smartphone, and then you can see into the night. It's great.
I
for
love the packaging too.
Yeah, it's metal. It's metal.
Yeah.
And it's very, very good and rugged. And I've got some footage that I'll share. I took it to Walmart.
Oh no!
Check it out. This is the frozen food section. You can see people walking around, you know, and you can see how cold it is in the freezer here as I check out the ice cream. I didn't buy any. I just visit the ice cream from time to time because I miss it so much, but I don't eat it. And when I put this down, watch where my hands were on the thing, on the ice cream. Look, you see my thumbprint on there.
Oh.
Isn't that cool? And then when I came home, I thought, how hot is my engine? And then, of course,
Henry.
I wanted to see how cold his nose was.
Bud,
My dog, Henry.
let me see. Oh yeah, your nose is colder than the rest of you. Let's see. Your face is, but then your nose. Let's see the doggy nose. Your doggy nose is about 12 degrees colder than the rest of you. You look funny. You look funny.
That's my doggy. That's Henry. Yep. And yes, dog noses feel cold. They are actually indeed colder.
Well, last minute story for you. We're going to stick with the military theme somewhat. This is going to kind of jut back in history a ways. Back in 2008, Lockheed was experimenting with a palm-sized nano air vehicle that they were developing called Maple Seed. They built their first generation of it. They kind of finished all the technology they were going to do. They eventually passed it off to DARPA, which then it became the WASP. But we have some very, I guess, entertaining video from back in the day.
And now the Maple Seed spinning design has been mimicked in rotor blades, and for an entire aerial drone designed by a team of engineers at Lockheed Martin, called the Samurai.
What we liked about the idea of the Maple Seed is that it's very small and it's very simple. It has only a single wing, it has only a single weighted pod on the end, and once we added power, that added one moving part. And then in order to add control, we added a trailing edge flap. So we've only got the two moving parts.
Thanks to this simple design, the Samurai can be deployed 3 different ways. From the ground, launched boomerang style, or perch from atop an object like a pencil. And once in the air, it's a breeze to fly. The drone is just over a foot long with the aim to get even smaller. That size, along with its speed, maxing out at around 13 miles per hour, make it perfect for military recon.
Yeah, it's perfect for military recon. In fact, the company, they saw that I was interested. They sent me a sample of it, and I flew it just today, and I got some video from it. You want to check it out?
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Check it out. This is a video from the Maple Leaf drone, and you can see it's got so many uses. Yep. Look at that. That's great video. Oh, it's perfect. Don't even need a gimbal. That thing's perfect. Yes, sir. That's wonderful.
Man, I don't understand that at all, man.
Yeah.
How in the world do you control something doing
Stupidest idea ever. You know, you can be a Weisenheimer over at DARPA and still be an idiot.
that? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah.
That's
Dumb.
bizarre.
Dumb. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for the news, my friend.
You're welcome.
And don't forget to, he's going to tell you what not to forget.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out real quick to James or Jim. He provided us a brand new news sign that we can use for the show, and so I want a special thanks to Mr. Graphic for that awesome sign.
That is an awesome sign. He's the guy that made this. He made that that guy. So make sure that you check out Jeff's channel. There's a link in the description to Jeff's channel. There's also a link to your the wiki drone news. There's lots more news that we don't have time for this evening. But again,
Yes.
thank you so much, Jeff. And I bid you.
Did you want to get an update on this real quick?
Nah.
Because we actually had
Nah.
good news for it.
I don't
today.
care about it.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Tell us all about it.
Well, okay, so a special shout out I want to give not only to James for the sign, but also James helped with locating some of the parts that we needed for the particular drone. I mentioned in one of the videos that the gimbal vertical arm has this
Hold
cover that
on.
goes in the back. We could not find it.
People don't know what you're talking about, man. What are you talking about? I crashed the Phantom, and Jeff is rebuilding it, and he's almost done. You're all caught up.
Yeah. And so the last pieces that we need to assemble the gimbal, there was this one teeny tiny little door that you couldn't find. I mean, nobody had it. And James and I Am Wedge and a guy named Brad Copley were able to provide me that particular door. All of the parts are shipped. They're all on the way here. And if all goes well, that drone will be completely 100% finished by the end of this month.
And I got to tell you, you've been doing some great work on that. The DJI stuff is not easy to work with. If you've ever opened up a DJI thing, you know that it's crammed, jam-packed with technology in there, and it's not, stuff that you think would be soldered isn't, and vice versa. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, this one was a lot of fun. I have to admit that it was intimidating at first, but I've been in the drone now twice. And I feel very comfortable working on that one. So I have no problem keeping this one in the air for the rest of its life, as long as I can get parts.
Awesome. And again, thank you so much. Make sure you go check out his channel and the news page. All the links are in the description. Good day to you, sir.
Good day.
All right. And now it's just us once again, Dana.
Just us.
Just us. Let me go ahead
Once
and
again.
say goodbye to Jeff here. Dinkety dink. I'm clicking behind.